Hi guys, introducing Olivia O'Lantern, who is a season 7 bleeding edge Begoth doll. There were 10, I guess, seasons of these dolls, so she was one of the more modern ones, I guess you could say. And I love her, but she does have one issue that I know a lot of people have been struggling with when we know with their older dolls, and that basically, to show you very simply, is this. Yeah. This makes it very hard for them to stand. Even in a stand, I find they just tend to, go because the elastic that holds her together is really, really overextended and no longer elastic. So we're going to have a closer look at that in a sec. But I thought we'll do a little video before and after. I'll do the usual cleaning and the fun stuff I like to do. So here we go. Let's start at the top. She has this really cool white streak at the front. Which I'm definitely think is meant to be curled. It looks really kind of funky, so I'm definitely going to curl that a bit. Lovely glossy silky hair. I really love the hair on these, I must say. Her eyes are so pretty. I really love the designs in them, and then there's this green sort of overtone, which is pretty unusual actually. She has this face painting. I have no idea, or piercing. I have no idea what this kind of a piercing is called. I'm kind of intrigued, I must say. Her ears are pierced, and she also has pointy ears. How cute. But she's kind of giving gothic pixie kind of fairy core. It's like a whole... I think she might actually be one of my favorites because she's also kind of giving maybe like a 90s Halloween vibe, and I love Halloween. And she's got pumpkins tattooed on her body and on her arm. I mean, amazing. Purple lipstick is really pretty. She has this sort of, I guess like a collar, which also goes down into her dress, her feet, and she should have armbands that are the same, but unfortunately mine is missing those, but that's okay. We don't mind. So I've actually taken her boots off already because trying to do the boots on camera is kind of hard, but I love the shape of the heel. It's really unique. So that is what her boots roughly look like. She has, where's her other boot? Yeah, so the best way, I guess, is to just jump on in. Aha, and there are clasps here. The reason there are clasps here is because she comes with wings. Now her wings, they're missing one clasp. I don't really mind because they still stick to her, but they're looking a little bit ragged around the edges. I think I'm probably going to trim and seal those a little bit. Just try to reshape it a little bit better as well. But yeah, it's a pretty cool part to have because I think it gives that fairy core sort of vibe. She needs wings. There's a variant version as well where the purple is basically green. I would love to have her also, but today we are just happy to have this girl. So what I love about her as well is the back of her dress. So like a real dress, it actually has a clasp that you have to undo first. It can be tricky with a small, tiny size. You have to be very careful. See, there we go, little hoop and clasp. Metal and an actual working metal zip. I mean, how awesome is this? I'm going to pop down her dress. She has a different body sculpt, of course. So from season 3 onwards, they started using this body, which is a very nice body, but also has this issue that we're going to look at in a moment. Okay, so might be a little bit bulky. Let's just... Okay, she's got a string, so... Yeah, I'll take off this part first. So this is like a tulle underskirt. So we'll take that away first. And hopefully the dress will come down with the pants or over the pants. Yep, perfect. And we have the leggings with the little booty. One booty's there somewhere as well. So look, we might as well take it all off. And you can see the problem. She actually has molded on underpants. A nice little touch. Black, of course. Alright, goodness me. Yeah. It's literally just a product of her age. But it's not a huge problem because I'm going to show you the way that I fix these really, really simply. Now, it's not necessarily a fix, but it will get the job done. But first we'll have a look. So the way these guys are put together is one elastic that goes through both legs, through the middle section and up into the torso. So if it was a matter of just the legs having elastic, it would be a lot simpler. But because we didn't have to hook an elastic up and around through and then out through each, it just has this whole extra section, makes it a little bit tricky. But it's not impossible. I would use like a small crochet hook, a forceps just to help. But you can also just try to do what I'm about to show you. So we'll just get her stationed properly there, get her legs back up where they should be. So super loose, right? As long as the elastic is still intact, this should work. Now, I don't know if that's glue. Did the previous owner try to glue her together, maybe? Anyway, so let's hope this works. Oh, crikey. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. I can nearly do 4. Oh, yes. That's good. Right there. And if you feel like that's a little bit tight, you can always go back 1. Between 3 and 4, depends on the elastic. So like 3 for her is a little bit loose still. Go for 4 twirls. Basically what that does is it just spins the elastic around and makes it less long, therefore pulling her together. So she can now actually stand, which is great. Her legs still function. Torso still functions as it should. Now, obviously, over time, I don't know how, 10 or 20 years down the line after doing this, will it be even more loose? I don't know. Eventually, if the elastic snaps, you probably will have to redo that. But I think if you can get away with doing this, you're keeping her intact, which is great. You're not, you're not messing around too much, and she can stand and do the stuff she wants to do on the shelf without flopping over like a dead fish. And I think for such an easy fix, it's definitely worth a try, right? Okay. So I don't know what that is. It looks like old glue, but we'll see if we can get that off. Her nails are painted. Her arms are also like really stained from her clothes. I'm not sure how well that's going to come off, but I don't really mind. She should have armbands. I might try to make her some. We'll see. But nah, I'm pretty happy with her. 2008 bleeding edge. I'm just happy now that that actually worked. Okay, so because I have another girl as well that really needs a good torso twist. So I'm going to call it the patented torso twist. So hold on to your horses and we'll see how she looks in the end. What I would do is I would put these bodies out in the sun, but because she has so many of these like tattooed details that I really don't want to put hydrochloric acid on, I'm actually taking the step of dry brushing some paint just onto her hands. So I've given this 1 coat already. It looks a little bit rough, but at the end it will look nice, I assure you. But this is kind of like her whole hand and fingers are actually just, not sure if it's even coming up there, but like there's nothing I can do but cover it. I plan to make her some arm bands anyway, so it's just like from afar that her hands will look good. So I've done this whole arm. I need to redo a little bit on her hand here, and then I'll use a little bit of pastel chalk just to smoothen it out. I'll show it in a sec when they're both done. But yeah, a little bit like you just color match your cream. Cream in this instance is pretty handy than trying to get a very particular skin tone. And it's handy because in the future, if I want to sell her or move her forward, I can easily remove this paint without, damaging anything or removing part of her that I don't want to. So for me, it's just like an aesthetic thing. So I just wanted to show, like, in rare cases, I will do that because sometimes it's kind of hard to cover over. Like her arm. This one's arm had a lot of black going up along it too. So just a progress of in between. And make sure you do this in daylight if you can. To really colour match. You're probably wondering, why is she there dressed? It's just easier. This is one of the last things I like to do, so I just keep everything covered. And we'll see in a sec the last impression. Ta-da! So here is the finished doll. She's restored to the best of my ability at the moment. I'm definitely going to make her arm, bristlets at some point. But for now, I'm really happy. She turned out so well. Her hair and everything really worked well. Yeah, I have no complaints. Her wings, I do have to put a little second clasp on her wing here just to hold it, but like it stays. The hair kind of holds it there. Lovely straight hair, and then this white curl. I'm so happy with it. I think it looks so pretty. Her face is just beautiful. So you can see how I've painted the arms and just sealed it with a very light varnish. And of course, I haven't touched any of the original paint or tattoos, just the dark areas around them. I think she looks so much better. Yeah, washed and, did her dress and her shoes and all the good stuff. And I'm really happy with her. Oh, like, I'm actually so stoked. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to get the arms looking okay. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with them. And like I said, it can be removed without disturbing what's original to her. If I ever need to remove it, it's not a problem. But for me, it just makes her look perfect. So thank you for watching. Hopefully one or two tips might have been useful. For the hair curl, I literally just tie the hair around a biro and leave it overnight. Like, I don't have any fancy curlers or anything that I use. So yeah, that's pretty much our Olivia, ready to go onto the shelf, looking beautiful. Changed out the elastic, sewed her hair into place with black thread. Yeah, she just looks really nice. I'm really happy. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.